They're not taking Sydney Sweeney well. If you don't know, Sydney Sweeney did a photo shoot and ad basically for American Eagle. Um, in my opinion, I didn't find anything wrong with it as a D1 Gooner. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Anyways, um, but basically, people are hating on her for I don't know. We're about to find out. But from this, Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled culture shift towards whiteness. Why do you care so much about whiteness and blackness? You should not care about this much towards a certain race. You guys have problems. But anyways, let's get into the video.
Man, they are not taking that Sydney Sweeney advert well, are they? Here's MSNBC. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. So, the culture of white Americans is ugly and startling, according to MSNBC. Because, I mean,
Insane.
there was nothing ugly in that bloody advert, was there? Come on.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing ugly in the ad. Shoot. I thought it was a pretty good ad, me personally, but hey, I don't know.
They go on about this, being like, well, you know what? Everyone's calling it white supremacy and Nazi propaganda. And it's like, okay, I mean, it could well have just been a silly double entendre on just a play on words
Yeah.
about the term jeans, because Sydney Sweeney is an attractive woman, and she probably inherited that from her parents. They say these critics...
If that's white supremacy and shit, shoot. I don't want to say it, but I might want more of it. Sorry.
Point to copy an implication of calling a white person superior because of their genes. I think you're taking that a little bit far, right? Then, sure, they're saying Sydney Sweeney happened to get lucky in the genetic lottery, and she's doing well out of it, and so people like to look at her. In fact, they say in the videos, Sweeney exudes a sort of vintage sexiness that caters to the male gaze. She embodies the near mythological girl next door, beautiful but low maintenance, sexy femininity that dominated the media in the 1990s and early 2000s.
This isn't like this ain't no fairy tale, bro. A lot of people look like this. They're just mostly not in the US. Like, these people are crazy. Shoot. Trying to say it, masquerade it as white supremacy. No, it's crazy. Okay. Not I'd even Nazi propaganda. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Together, the campaign feels regressive and not retro, offensive and not cheeky. I mean, man, like, if you're trying to sell it, I already thought it was a good advert.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good ad. me too, man. As a gooner, D1 gooner. Hey, that was a really good ad.
The mythological girl next door, beautiful but low maintenance, sexy femininity. That sounds great. Like, what man isn't up for that?
I don't think anyone really cares about her being white or whatever. It's just like attractive woman, jeans, whatever. You know.
It's no wonder she keeps
like
winning.
how do people complain about this on the news?
She's making so much money.
Yeah. Is this all what people can talk about, really? Just because of this? Insane.
You couldn't think of anything more appealing to men, I think. And they're steaming about it. They're absolutely steaming. They're just furious. And it's like, look, guys, men have preferences and they spend money, and women who see men's preferences also spend money. And this is the thing about Sydney Sweeney. There are loads of people going, oh, she's mid or whatever. It's like, no, she's not. She's pretty. But
they call everyone mid. People call Margot Robbie mid. Anyone who calls you mid, hey, I just take it as a compliment at this point. Because holy shit. That gets stupid. Actually stupid.
But she's not like the most beautiful woman to have ever lived.
Oh, of course not.
But that's not what makes her attractive.
She's really attractive,
actually. What makes her attractive is that she seems comfortable in her own skin, and she doesn't seem to have a chip on her shoulder. And frankly, she doesn't seem to hate men, and she seems quite like, being herself. And
the thing about this is, I don't even think they're mad at Sydney Sweeney. I think they're mad at men having standards. Straight up. I think that's literally it. It's so stupid. Men just can't have any preferences whatsoever. They must like just bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? Not even loyalty. They can't even like loyalty. Oh, a man doesn't want his woman to actually look fit and everything? Oh, he must be a misogynist. Oh, But it's fine if I want six pack, jacked bodybuilder, 6'5", and eight figures. Hey, that's probably fine. Delusion.
And so, a very attractive woman, and obviously she's got a great body. So it's just like this kind of non-resentful atmosphere. Again, beautiful but low maintenance, sexy femininity. That's what is the winner, in my opinion. That's what I think most men go for. And they're just like, yeah, I can't believe men like her, and she seems to like them too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand for this.
Why would men like this really attractive woman? What the fuck?
Anyway, they're cringing and angry about the fact that the company's doing well out of this. And they point out that Sweeney's just pretty transparent. She's like, well, I do this because I need money, because they don't pay actresses like they used to. And so I have to take the money. And it's like, okay, fair enough. And so you've got the bath soap or bath water soap thing, whatever. Blah.
Barely Delphine? Man, I should have bought that back in the day. Wasn't old enough, though. This is a really sad time out here.
Blah, blah. But they complain at the end that it's just like, well, it's disappointing and dangerous by American Eagle for her to be in this ad. Ads are always a mirror of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. It isn't just that far-right ideology.
Sorry for pausing it again. But yeah, it's really dangerous. You don't think this is dangerous? You just don't understand. You don't understand like us women. You don't understand why this is so dangerous because you're just not as smart as us. That's all it is.
Fringe. Well, apparently it's in adverts.
God.
Our entire cultural ethos has moved further right. Oh, well, that's good. Young women are being radicalized through so-called clean skincare and healthy eating.
You mean something that they should have always done? You mean that? You mean something that should have always been a thing? You mean eating like a dumbass bitch is bad? You meaning eating fast food is every day, every single day, eating McDonald's every day like a big bat is terrible? Who would have thought? Dude, I would have thought that. That's crazy. Dude, that's insane. That's insane. Cuckoo. I'm not saying you have to cut junk food off completely because some of y'all have problems, some of y'all have addictions. But, at least mostly healthy food. It's pretty good. Go to the gym. It's pretty good. That's pretty much it.
Is that what it takes to radicalize them?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, maybe you could take care of yourself. And it's like, yep, those women are goose stepping down the road now.
And at the same time, it's not even like you could say, oh, it's for men or whatever. Some people do it for men. Some people like improve themselves for women and everything. But at the end of the day, it's also for you because you literally feel better mentally. Like, straight up. A lot of the people that don't do this and don't go to the gym, I feel like those are the people that are a lot of times mentally insane. Just because you have purpose when you go to the gym and when you do these things. You feel me? But
internet slang once used exclusively by women-hating incels on is mainstream, and people are unabashedly self-identifying as fascist on public platforms. Well, I mean, the thing is, right? You keep saying, all right, yeah, if you're into this, you're a fascist. And so I'm not that surprised when a lot of young people are like, yeah, maybe I am.
Yeah, shoot. I might. I don't think I'm fatphobic, but if this is the case, I might be fatphobic. I might be a fascist. I don't know. Shoot. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows at this point?
Because they're looking at this going, yeah, I'm kind of into this. So, I mean, maybe saying that attractive blonde women selling jeans is actually not fascist. Maybe fewer people will be like, oh, so that's what fascism is.
Yeah.
I always wondered, but never got an explanation. But this seems to summarize it for them. And I just...
Sorry for pausing when he was talking. And the thing is, this is literally the most typical attractive woman in America. Like this is what most people think of when they think of attractive woman in America. Blue eyes, blonde hair, Like,
just to be clear, right? I've read Fascist Doctrine. Fascist Doctrine is just nonsense through and through. Like, it's actually kind of funny how ridiculous it is. is no less ridiculous or more ridiculous than socialism, obviously, or liberalism itself. But the point being, this is not what makes anyone anything other than heterosexual. But so there are some people who've taken this really really poorly, and as CJ Pearson points out here, liberal women aren't mad at Sydney Sweeney for setting women back because, of course, we're in the era of sex workers and OnlyFans and sugar babies and whatever else, right? So she's not doing
Delusion. What he means to say is delusion. Sorry, my bad. Keep going. Keep going.
anything that mainstream feminist or left wing discourse doesn't endorse, right? She's doing it in a way that panders to men rather than hating men, rather than being contemptuous of men. And ultimately, they're mad because she's young, hot, white, and blonde. If she was 300 pounds and gender fluid, they'd be celebrating her. And that's totally true. She embodies ideals of beauty. And if she didn't, if she was horrifically ugly, they wouldn't be mad about it, but they are mad about the fact that she's embodying the ideals of beauty.
And this is why people are starting to hate feminism. Well, people already hate feminism, but people are also starting to hate LGBTQ community because of both. Like because of this, like y'all need to stop. Like actually, like y'all looks crazy.
And there is a certain sort of subset of the American culture that is really angry about this. As Andrew points out, black women are the biggest victims of the Sydney Sweeney jeans ad. And they're really coming across this way.
Since Sydney Sweeney decided to do that little ad she did, I want to find some alternatives to Aerie. I really need new underwear, so if anyone could give me some recommendations, that would be great, because I do not want to support that mess. Thank you.
You gotta be. I was gonna say retarded. I'm not a mean guy. I swear. I swear. I'm a nice guy, guys. I'm a really nice guy, guys. You gotta be stupid. You not supporting them or not, it won't do anything to the business. Let's be real. It's $1 billion business. Like you gotta be. You're crazy. I don't want to support that business, guys. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to have Chick-fil-A anymore. Crazy. Actually insane. Actually insane.
How is it that Sydney Sweeney does an advert? Black women are most affected. Well, that's really bizarre, isn't it? Here's another one. Right, they're just.
American Eagle using fashion as a way to influence young, middle American women, ages 15 to 25, because that's their demographic. In their prime reproductive years, to focus on purity and passing down the correct genes. And they thought it was a cute double entendre, but it wasn't. Oh, and don't think this was an accident. This was very intentional, and it would not have mattered one bit if a person of color was in the room, because this message was not intended for us. Oh, and it landed for its intended market. Fashion companies use ads to send out very alarming messages. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last.
Say you're stupid. Just make a video about saying you're stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. How do you make this a race thing? Like, how do you do this? I truly don't understand how you make this a race thing. They're advocating for purity. You mean like innocence and purity? You mean like how people should be? You mean that type of purity, or what? Oh my bad. I apologize. I'm gonna get canceled for this video. Just fuck it, bro.
American Eagle.
I guess if you're thinking of the world in these dimensions, then yeah, if only the recipient audience is people who look like the people who are featured in the adverts, well, that would explain the Jaguar advert and the Calvin Klein advert with the big fat black woman on the billboard, and the Jaguar advert with the weird, like, anywhere people on Mars or whatever it's supposed to be, like. And then if you've got Sydney Sweeney in America in an American car wearing American jeans, I guess it's for Americans.
Yeah.
And I suppose if you can only view the world through one lens, which is I must see my own skin color reflected, then yes, you would say, well, this is definitely not for black Americans. And even though...
Why do you need... Sorry for pausing on him. I'm so sorry. Why do you need to see your own race reflected all the time? Like, all the time. There's been so many movies with black people and stuff that have just been bad. They're just bad movies. And if you hate on these movies, they call you a racist. Like that's insane. like what the fuck? Holy shit.
Obviously, no one thinks that. And the right genes to pass on, just to be clear, are your own. You should have kids. You should pass on your genes. So don't worry about that. Then you've got Akilah Hughes here, who has me blocked and has done for many years. Beyonce has better genes. Oh no, it's a double entendre. Why has she got white hair? And she's looking pretty pale in this as well.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man.
After a short 40-minute experiment, it's clear that the original ad was not about the actual genes, but eugenics. The racists proved that in their comments here. Oh god. Wow. That's a bit rough, and I'm sorry to hear it for Beyonce, I guess. But I mean, you guys are worrying about this way more than I expected.
That got me too.
Here's another one.
Yep, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant. I keep thinking
genuinely
that
crying over
people
this.
just are not gonna believe us until we're hung out there. But then even then, I feel like they'll be like, "Oh no," kind of like they are with. I see the same.
You think you're going to get hung for something like this commercial? I just want to know where your mindset's at. I truly do. Like, how do you think of this stuff? Like, is this just on your brain 24/7? You're making problems from your own delusion. At least for this ad, not saying it's not a possibility it could not happen, but like, I'm saying at least from this ad, like, holy crap, dude.
Same perpetual self-imposed victimhood. I did a post about saying, hey, like, these are the action steps that we really need to see from the good whites.
The good whites. Oh my god. Imagine someone calling you a good white. Yo, you're a good black. Yo, you. It's so stupid. It's so.
Where I said, I need protection. Put my cash out. And she goes, well, would you just rather white women just not follow you at all anymore because da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, definitely unfollow me. If you thought you being here and clicking a follow button was doing me a favor, same as that one guy, whatever his name was, descendant of the oppressor. He's like, well, Lindsay still does a good job and I appreciate her work and labor, so I'm going to still follow her. No, definitely unfollow me. If you
Sorry for pausing. I just have to because of this stupid ass shit. If you disagree with me at any point, man, you must unfollow. Oh my god. Can't be serious, dude. You must unfollow me. Please subscribe. Don't unfollow me. This person's just stupid. I'm sorry.
If you are any type of person, but especially a white woman who's coming to this platform thinking you're doing me a favor by clicking a follow button, leave now.
Somehow Sydney Sweeney has got this influencer attacking her own audience, like breaking down in tears. Good whites, you need to come and save her. What are you talking about? It's
You know what I think she should do? I think she should just like marry me, and then like all the black people would love her for real. I'm not saying that because I love her or anything. Yeah, for sure. It's just the thought. It's just the thought. Like,
But for genes. Okay, yeah,
Like,
she's
hit me
an
up.
attractive blonde woman, but that wasn't actually anything unusual apart from the last 5 minutes of human civilization. And this is the new ad that Sydney Sweeney has put out. I think it's an advert. I'm not even sure. It's just a collection of clips of her doing stuff.
yeah. I was like,
But
is this an
again,
ad?
you can see it's
That was
just
an ad.
classic Americana.
Yeah.
Just, frankly, being happy with her own culture, right? And being happy in herself. And yeah, a lot of people are taking that really, really poorly. And I'm sorry for those people. I hope that they can get the help that they need.
And I think this is like number one, borderline racism. Because with any other race, it's fine if you are exactly like your culture. But here, it's like, why are you doing this? This is racist or whatever. I feel like these types of people that would literally hate on they would hate on these people for even getting with black men because they're like, why are you trying to get with our race or whatever? They only want they're just racist. They're just straight up racist. What I'm trying to say. That's all it is. Oh my gosh, good God, this was a great video.
Possibly get off the
yeah.
fucking internet. But there's nothing wrong with any of this. This is not Nazi dog whistling. The previous one was not Nazi dog whistling. It was actually just sort of hot girl dog whistling.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, welcome to the real world.
People like hot woman? No. No, people like Sydney Sweeney because she's attractive and like, no, that can't be real. That cannot be real. She's white. Why would people like a white person, quote unquote? So stupid. But anyways, this person's an amazing creator. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. That'd be great. I think I'm gonna beat off to send it to someone. Anyways, goodbye. Have a nice day. See ya. Peace.